Hey, hey, everybody. Doug. Oh, I beat you. I was 1 second early. How are you? How are you? And apparently, you're not considered a person because it says 0 people are watching, Doug. Just thought I'd let you know. That's what it's telling me. Anyway, so that's where that is at. But so I'll get this over with real quick before the other 5 people come in. That's hilarious. Just keep in mind, you guys, and I'm being 100% honest with you right here. This is not a subject I know a lot about. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you? However, I have put a little bit of effort into doing some research on it. Miss Brett, aka my Ethel, and we have Miss Julie. How are you today? Beth, picking peaches. How are you down there in Georgia? Is it warm still? I have a little bit of a cold again, so just bear with me. Anyway, so for those of you that are new or that come in at another point in time to watch this, my name is Noelle. Welcome back. This is a topic that I don't know a lot about. However, you can learn a lot about a topic by spending a little bit of time on eBay and talking to some friends. I learned quite a few things from Miss Julie the other day about this topic. And so that's what we're going to do. There are a lot of resources down in the description of videos that I found that I thought were helpful. There's a couple in there that not only are helpful, but they're quite hilarious. So I just put everything in there and you guys pick or choose what you want to go listen to and watch. But there were a couple of articles that were very good and also feature one of the channels that I put down below from Germany, and that guy's pretty dang smart. There's a lot of hi Michelle, how are you? Miss Jessie, how are you? Marcy, nice to meet you. Anyway, so Doug in all of his smarty pants says that beer mugs, are they worth it? I think it depends on if there's any beer in the mug. Well, sometimes you might have a frog in your mug, Doug. You know what? I forgot to grab a flashlight. That could be a problem. This happens to be a beer mug, not a Stein. There is a difference that my son has listed in his store. And it has Germany, it has the mold number, and then it has a 13. 957 is the mold number. Germany is where it was made. Don't go by that always. Could be Germany, could be West Germany. They could have just put Germany on it. Germany was pre-World War I, I believe that's correct. And then West Germany was just a little while. And there's a lot of mugs out there, Steins. Let me go back down here because I'm pretty sure I've missed people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Amy. Michelle, did I get you? I hope I did. I got you now. Karen's at the beach. You're probably not at the beach. Hi, Jake. How are you? You like the listings that say Beer Stein cup mug? Those are the ones that you want to just really look at and check out and see what they have because they don't probably know. And you may be able to swoop in and get something if you're a collector. Anyway, this mug is actually quite cool, and it has a pretty good sized chip in it. It also has a spot here from the factory where they messed it up and then fixed it. And I should probably look his listing up on it, but that's kind of cool. It's seen some better days, but he decided that it was worth listing. So, and some of these older ones like this are. It's funny. I've watched, there's a guy down below, and I can't remember. We ever find around here are Avon. Well, the ding dong, Avon calling. Sorry, I couldn't help myself, Jake. Excuse me, you guys. I need a tissue. That if you're finding the Avon Ruby Red Cape Cod stuff, that's actually worth some money. But you might know that since that's all you ever find. And these ones kill me. I have some, and I'll tell you why. No, I did not technically buy them. The old Budweiser, king of beers, mugs. This is not a Stein. From my research, I could be wrong. I don't even know. I bought a room at an estate sale for $30 a month. I don't know. It's been a while, hasn't it, Julie? 2 months ago, shortly after I came back. What is this? December? November? Had to have been in October. But, well, Budweiser calls them Steins. Stein series. Holiday Stein series. Now, some of these can be worth a few bucks. Not all of them. And they were trying to sell these for $20 a piece. I don't know how many were there. I didn't even really see them in the room. I loaded up my car, and I told everybody that everything on this one table was what I was keeping. And I went to my storage unit to drop off the first load, and I told everybody that they could have anything else, and nobody took the Budweiser. So I was like, well, I could probably sell most of them and recoup my $30, right? So Steins had, what do you got here? Steins had got ideas. Anyway, thanks. I'm trying to get a little bit of every room of this house before I'm gone. This is actually I don't know, this is about half of it. So this is the front door to my house is right here. There's a closet right here. It's a pretty good size closet. I don't know how much of it. Tethered. There's the front door, which I'm going to take with me. When they tear the house down, I will come back and get it. That right there was my mom's office for years. She had two. That was the farm office. She had two. And then that is the fireplace. And behind that, those boxes is the actual fireplace. My Uncle Tom built that years ago when I was a kid. Anyway, so this is the front room of the house. And the dining room where I've been sitting recently is just around the corner there. So just trying to get a little bit of every room in. Listen, Mike, you drop your link, drop your Instagram and your YouTube in here, will you please? You guys, if you don't follow Mike the Crazy Card on Instagram, we're having sold wars. I'm just joking. He has been selling like crazy and finding some really neat stuff. He got some Lily glass. Did you show that today or yesterday? My head is killing me, you guys. I'm so sorry. You just picked up 2 antique glass Steins. Are they red cut glass ones by chance? You should send me some pictures. Because go down here in the description. Obviously, I can't look it up. There's a bunch of really good videos from collectors, and they're not very long, but they are very informative. What do you think I am, some techie? Well, Jennifer Hayes never comes to my shows at night because she's busy somewhere else. So if you want extra people to come check you out, you're gonna have to promote yourself. Anyway, so I have a couple of really good Steins that my son, I didn't want to pay for them because I had bought a bunch of other stuff and it wasn't the monetary value. I had already looked at them. Hey, Craig. Hey, Boatman. Welcome in. Hi, Lynn. How are you? So Marie Perlette and I, and let's see, who went there first? My friend Renee and I went there first. It was a place up here in the center. I bought a lot of stuff at that. Marie's husband, Justin, threatened to lock us in the closet because I bought so much. Thank you, Doug. She had so much vintage stuff there, and she had never been married. She never had kids. She was an only child, and her father was in the military. I want to say I just sent Danielle Yard Sales and Dreams some ephemera from that house. I'm just sending out stuff. Pretty much done sending out stuff. Uh-oh. Hey, Justin. Everybody meet my son, Justin. This is Dren's dad. Do you remember this mug? I pulled it out of your stuff. Anyway, might want to say hi to your child because more than likely they're watching on the big screen at home too. At Amy's house. Anyway, so I'm really, really hoping, Justin, that this had a chip on it when you listed it. I got to pull it up in your. Was that chip there? Please tell me it was. Because if not, I got to go change your listing. Anyway, so there you go. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I have one of the things pulled up that, sorry, you guys, bear with me, please. That'll do a really quick walkthrough. And it's funny because, yes, it was there when we got it. Okay, that's what I thought. So the mugs that I have that are worth some money, I had looked at them, and then Justin and Dren and I think, I can't remember if Marie and Justin came back the second day too. Well, or maybe it was the day they were there. Justin looked at all the mugs. Nobody was buying them, and they didn't have huge prices on them. Hi, Eric. How are you? I'm just, going through another cold because 25 this year aren't enough. Anyway, and so Justin looked those up. Is this the other one you got there? I know he listed one. I know he listed one of them, and he has sold several. But needless to say, he ended up looking up all of these other mugs that were there that we got that I'll show you in a little bit. You're busy. I know that I spent all day Monday. I had like 38 orders to ship out. It was nuts. And it slowed down a little bit, but not, like, obviously that was Friday, half of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and half of Monday. Those were my orders. Is Jan in here? Jan's yerkin. Hi, Jan. I misted you. Anyway, so Justin looked up these mugs and I left him alone. I just went and did my things, and I came back and he was still there, and he goes, "Mom, these are worth a lot of money." And I said, "All right." I said, "Pick the ones that are," he goes, "They're all worth a lot of money." And he spent, I don't know, I would have to say he spent a good half an hour looking them up because they were in that room where those were for a while. He was listening through the phone with the Smurf. Okay. Jan, Eric said, thanks, Jan. Everything showed up perfect. What a packing job. Yep. She has a good packing manager. All right. Bye. Love you too. Have a great rest of your night. Hello. How are you? Mr. I can never say your name. Muggenwee. Mr. Muggenwee. Yeah, Babes is the best. And then Julie Smurf, who is AJ's. Most of you guys know her. Where'd you go, Julie? You're up here somewhere. Julie Smurf's got a shipping manager too. This one. This is Jan. This is Jan's Julie Smurf. She has a shipping manager also. I have a shipping manager too, and today I wanted to fire her because she didn't want to work. What are you going to do with these people? Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go check this out. This link is down below. What this guy right here, you guys got to go watch him if you're in. He is awesome. I could literally just put his channel on play and listen to him talk. So how to tell if a beer stein is valuable. And a lot of people look at these ones right here and they're like, nope. I'm telling you right now. The word Stein literally means stone in German. Okay, you guys, I'm sharing, correct? You can see? All right. I got my phone over here so I can kind of sort of see what you're saying. Is who Lonnie? Is that Lonnie? Jan's shipping man. Yeah, Lonnie. I'm going to fire. It is Lonnie. Candace is going to fire Lonnie today from my shipping manager. Anyway, so the word Stein literally means stone in German. A real authentic German beer stein made of ceramic, crystal, glass, metal, or wood is highly valuable and ranges in size from 1 ounce to more than 8 gallons, 30 liters. And the real mugs, oh, I hope you guys can see this. Let me go back here to see what you guys can see. We'll have this on it. Somewhere they will have marked how many liters, what size they are. And this one has it stamped in it. Can you see it right on that guy's crazy face? I don't know. This one also has it right there. And let's see if Budweiser did not put it on there anywhere, because why would they? And I have, this is my favorite out of all of them. And this is one that we bought. And I don't know that I ever saw anywhere that it was stamped. I don't think this one doesn't have it anywhere, but we'll get to it. Isn't that cool? The sucker is heavy. All right. Hi, Ash and Chris. Oh, Ash is a self-proclaimed beer stein ignorer. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Let me get back to the screen here. Excuse me. However, it is not easy to recognize the real stuff among numerous cheap copies, and it can be a bit complicated for a layman to make a difference. Unfortunately, many tourists buy the beer Stein as a souvenir and find out that they have been cheated once they return home. So let's see how to tell if a beer Stein is valuable. This guy right here is from the, I was trying to think of, I'm not going to, it probably doesn't matter because they took my monetization away because they said that I had to fill out some more forms today. So, but his channel is linked in the description. And this guy he doesn't look like he's any older than my youngest son, who's 30. But let me tell you what, look at all of these. They own a Stein, a mug, and they don't really call it a Stein. Like I said, we call it a Stein. Stein means stone. Us English people call the beer mugs a Stein, and they're really called, it's in another, I knew I should have written it down. Here we go. The etymology of the German word Stein is not entirely clear, but it probably originated from one of two terms. Steinkrug, it means stone mug, or Steingut, I don't know how that's pronounced. It means stone goods. The most common pieces were made of, as I said before, silver, crystal, glass, porcelain, ceramics, earthenware, creamware, pewter, and wood. And in most cases, old mugs are hand-painted, beautifully decorated. You can find steins that range from 1 ounce. We talked about that already, too. The German beer stein history. Doesn't this look very similar to this mug, Stein? I mean, like it's almost the exact same one, except for the drawings on it. It's got the same lid and everything. We're going to talk about that too. All right. Doug already told a beer joke. Tankard, I know you're about to tell me why I need to start paying attention. Because you go to a lot of estate sales. I watched a lot of really bad videos from other YouTubers and people I've never seen before. I watched this one lady today and I was just like, I gave her a thumbs down. It's my first thumbs down in a long time. She has like 3,000 followers, and her video on these Steins has been out for I don't know how long. She had 1 comment and about 4 views, and I was like, she wasn't very nice. All right. The oldest saved German earthenware. I'm going to read this, and we're going to get bored because you guys are going to help me. We're going to learn this together. Those of you who source at estate sales see beer steins all the time. You see all different kinds of steins, whether they're glass, all of these different, like Mike, the crazy card, just said he just got some. They're probably crystal, Mike, would be my guess, correct? You've been doing a crash course of lately. I'll tell you, there's some good videos down below. I put a couple down there that were kind of iffy, but I figure if I had to suffer through them, you guys can suffer through them too. There's some really good articles. Go into Google and type in German beer stein and look up the articles that are there. So that's where I found this one. And then go into YouTube. You can find them on Google too, but I found a lot of different, the whole day yesterday or Monday and Tuesday while I was packing, I listened to all kinds of stuff on beer steins. Okay, in most cases, we did that one. So here's this one. Do you see how this handle is perfectly round right here? There's no nub. Some of the newer ones, which they call reproductions, will have a nub here. Did learn that. Okay, the first pieces were made up after passing a law, a few German principalities related to sanitary conditions. Okay, this is a big bone of contention for a lot of people. So I Googled the damn law. Basically, what you will hear, some people say, oh, it's not true. Some people say it's true. What happened was, and I think that is down below, as a matter of fact. Oh shoot. Let me mute myself. All right.
I'm losing my voice.
Oh, that did not work.
The fresh stuff.
Great. Let's go back. Somebody's having a sale. Isn't that a nice thumbnail? I do have to say. Sorry. Great. Let's go back. Somebody's having a sale. Isn't that a nice? All right. Let's try this yet one more time. The history of German beer signs. I think that's Steins. That's what we're doing right now. This one. Lithopone's regimental beer steins. The truth about beer steins. There's one here. Truth about beer steins. That is... I'll have to go back in here. All right. Anyway, beside the point, let's get back over here. The point is, in the German history of the beer stein, during the bubonic plague, they made a law. They made it a law that tankards, mugs had to have a lid on them for health conditions. And I saw enough people comment on that. And I saw a few other people say that, nah, that wasn't true. I saw other people say that the reason that they have the lids on them is to keep bugs and stuff out, which, hey, why not, right? Who wants a bug in your beer? But from what research I could see, the whole bubonic plague thing is true. So the oldest saved German earthenware beer steins were dated from the 14th century, when the bubonic plague killed millions of people in Europe. The first pieces were made after passing the law in a few German principalities related to sanitary condition. It required the covers over food and beverage containers to prevent a vicious disease. Anyway. Until that time, the upper class drank from beakers or tankards made of silver, glass, and pewter, while common folk used mugs made of wood and earthenware. However, the Black Death changed many established customs. So nowadays, you can also find pewter vessels produced in England. You can find them from Brazil, Japan, China. You can find them everywhere. The best of all was the diversity of Stein decorating styles that reflected by the time's best artisans. The most prominent pottery centers were Spielberg, Cologne, French, and Creuson. Stein production upswing tremendously in the 1850s, but most Stein makers limited during World War I because of material shortage, right? Here we go. Beer steins are a German favorite gift for centuries, and you can find the date that was given on the lid. However, it can be tricky to rely on this information when it is necessary to determine an age. So down in this article, it will tell you all the different styles and the ages. You should also pay attention to a 4-digit number on the Stein side or base. It begins with 17, 18, or 19. And this one is, let's see. Let me come back here. Let's look at this one. This one is really kind of hard to look at because it has the 721. Let me do my other hand here. It has, okay. Boy, this is hard. 721. It also has something right there. This is not good for me because I am looking at this backwards. Has something right there. Has something right there. Has something printed in there, and then it has the stamp on it. So, let's see if I can rotate it enough so that we can see what the stamp says. It's in German. Can you guys read it? Made in Germany. It's got a 1. It's got that EEEH 721. I'm not sure what that number is. And Guehr, hand painted Germany. So one thing I will tell you for sure is the reproductions. This should be shiny. This is pewter. This really is pewter. Then the reproductions, which if you look at these both, they're both dark, but this one's really dark. This one's also dark inside. They did that with chemicals. This is truly a pewter lid. It is still shiny inside. That is a one way to tell. I have gotten that much out of my research. I've gotten more, but hi, Dina. How are you? Welcome in. Let's see if I missed anything else. Yes, clear glass lens with the applied clear glass. Yes, clear glass, one with applied enamel, the other cut glass prism top, both with applied handles. The cut glass with the prism top, is it like starburst on the bottom, Mike? What is it with the flies? I'm telling you. All right, let's go back over here. So here are a bunch of different, these are real ones. You see, there's so many ways to tell that once you start getting that in your head and you continue to hear it on the different sites. Carved Steins, this popular hand-carved and bold-colored collectible pieces contain patriotic scenes or folk tales. They are almost always precious. Ivory Steins, it's possible to find pieces with highly realistic and detailed. They almost look like cameos. One of the videos down below has some cameos in it, in his. Regimental Steins. I'm going to talk about those because I have two of those here in a minute. These authentic German Steins with soldiers' names and ranks were made to commemorate the successful completion of active duty. It's funny because a lot of these are reproductions. This one that I just showed you a minute ago is what they're talking about. And mine is a reproduction, but it's not a reproduction. It's an authentic reproduction. So that's glass blown. Hand blown Steins are probably the earliest pieces produced. You can find green, red, cobalt, and brown varieties on the market. No starburst bottom rim, rough ground, doesn't stand up perfectly straight. Obviously handmade handle. Send me some pictures on IG, will you, Mike? Please and thank you. The character Steins, the productions of these personalized Steins began in the 1850s. They were made in the human, animal, or item shape. Personally, have not seen it. Matlock Steins. All right, you guys. The Villeroy and Botch Company of Matlock produced undoubtedly the most prestigious stoneware, hand-painted pieces you can find today. Most of them were made between 1880 and 1910, and when they were looking for the 17, 18, 19, that's where these come in. The most popular stoneware beer steins are both stylish and durable, and you can find numerous shapes and styles. And there they all there. I'm not even going to attempt. Traditional Bavarian barrel, potbelly, Stein, tavern, lodge, smokestack, chalice, pilsner, Hofbrau, hourglass, and the pint glass. The real versus the fake German beer stein. Here we go. Justin had a big one like this. I can't remember what he sold it for, but it went for pretty good money, and the guy was really happy to get it. It was super nice. Is it hand painted? Always carefully examine the stein for imperfections and raised design. The older stein interior is never perfect, and you can spot hand painted, slightly raised design on the bottom. Also, pictures are most often with angels, and you can't find any nudity, for example. So this one is hand painted. It tells a story. Each old illustration tells some story. The most valuable stories include biblical, historical, or a famous battle. Material or original German beer steins are always heavy and made of expensive materials, such as ivory, silver, and glass. The modern imported models you can find online are light and made of low-quality clay. A bump on the handle. Until the 1920s, Steins didn't have bumps on the handles. Pieces with grooves or bumps for fingers are modern and probably not worth much. So I believe that's what they're talking about. And this one doesn't have one. No, what they're talking about is, oh, where's this other one? And this piece right here. Okay. Bump on pieces with grooves or bumps for fingers are modern. Okay, so see how there is nothing here for you to like really to grab onto. I'm hoping you guys can see me okay. This right here, absolutely. Let's see if I can get this up here. I probably better just do this because I want you guys to be able to see this, and we'll just go back. This piece right here is the bump that they're talking about. This is a modern one. This one has not got it. That's just part of the design of the handle. That's not an actual bump put in. This is truly an old, this one's worth some money. I have to do my due diligence when I list it, because that's how I am. And then this one, I am big. Am I not big? What are you talking about? All right. Okay, this one has absolutely zero. And it's actually, I mean, I don't know that I'd want to drink out of this. If you got it, you need a straw. But it would make a really pretty flower face. Gonna get smacked. Hi, Glenn. All right. Thank you, Janet. Let's see, who else? Did I miss anybody else? All right. Let's go back here to this. Okay. Maker's Mark. So Villeroy and Bach is like, they're like one of the, they're highly, highly, highly collectible. Let's just put it there. Am I glitchy at all, you guys, or does everything look good from here? Hopefully it's okay. It seemed to be okay last night, so this might be the best place for me to stream from when I'm in the house. So the best Stein makers have easily recognizable marks, and you can find their list in many available data banks. In fact, all Steins intended for export were produced after the Merchandise Marks Act, valid in Germany since 1887, were marked. There were two options: made in Germany or only Germany. Keep in mind that the mark absence doesn't mean the Stein you look at is false. Most pieces created for the domestic market didn't need to be marked. You can also find models marked with West Germany, meaning that they are produced from 1949 to 1990. Some manufacturers tend to be unique so that you can find different mark types on beer items, such as data pressed into the wet clay, sticker-like marks laid before baking, limited collector pieces with handwritten markings. The most common mark is Gamach and Deutschland, made in Germany, when it comes to old glass steins. Stein lids. According to the lid shape and appearance, you can quickly determine the Stein age, quality, and price. The original metal lids are cast from one piece, while copies are poorly created from 3 or 4 separate casts. The guy in the video up above, the younger guy that I showed you, he will show you this. He actually has, I don't know if it's one of his links that I did put one of his links in there. He actually has a video, very concise, show you exactly what it looks like. I don't know this. I don't have one goodie. I don't have one to show you because this is one piece, but it's not. You can still see. Let me find my. You can still see. I'm having troubles today. Over. Let's get up here. You can still see the mark on the side here. Oh, that's a problem right there. So this is still seamed together, not like what they're talking about. Sometimes what they're talking about is you will have a lid that is literally 3 pieces and you can see the seams. And so if you go and check, good night, Amy. If you go and check, I strongly suggest if you're going to really go and listen to anybody, go and listen to him, because that's what they do. They sell cuckoo clocks and Steins and mugs. And I could just listen to him forever. He's got a great voice, and he's kind of like my Canada friends are like, only it's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Back to the learning here. The next thing to check is the edges and the lid inside. Cheap varieties have a very rough lid look without a stamp. Be careful because you can sometimes face a Chinese Stein with an original German lid with a pressed stamp. Keep in mind the lid's soft metal will darken in air over time. However, it's inside, always lighter than the outside. So, like I showed you this one, plus almost all German Steins have a thumb lift, unlike cheap replicas. The most common lid shapes include ornamental lids. Such pieces are always created of pewter. The handwork ones are trendy nowadays for limited edition Steins. Inlay lids. You'll see these, I think, on glass. They're going to tell us right here. They are well known for an ornament, stoneware, porcelain, glass, or wood figurine inlaid in the center and surrounded by a pewter flange and pewter rim. They're gorgeous. Conical or steeple lids, which is like this one, they are most common and cheapest models. And then a flat lid. These models made of pewter are popular since manufacturers can effortlessly engrave them. This would be a flat lid. Pewter fittings. Since the Stein has changed over time, you can use it to determine the Stein dating and pricing. German Stein values. This really was, I didn't find this site, and I actually printed this out because I wanted to have it to read and make notes on, because sometimes I need to do that in my head to just make things click. You can find an antique German beer Stein at a price range from $50,000 to $5,000. The precise information about the particular piece can make a difference of thousands of dollars. So if you have Steins, do your research before you sell them. Is all I can tell you. If it takes you a couple of weeks, then it might take you a couple of weeks, but you'll know it when you're done. A 17th century American tankard, which belonged to one family for generations, was sold for $140,000. On the other hand, a Mazzari and Remy Stein from the 1850s without proof of origin reached only $150. Another thing is Stein's condition. Most valuable pieces are intact, without too many dents and cracks, especially damage to the front, without evident repair work and unattractive discolorations, with clear original decorations, and with working hinge on the lid, obviously. Steins are German mugs created for drinking beer. Over the years, manufacturers have used silver, pewter, and crystal and porcelain. Be careful when deciding to buy one, and always check its age, quality, and value, since there are too many reproductions available on the market nowadays. And so then here is another video that you can go to, and Pinterest and all kinds of stuff. Let's do, all right. So this guy right here. This guy right here. I'm not going to click on him. Oh, why not? Let's listen to him for a minute. Who cares?
So, hello everyone. Here's Marcus from Munich in San
Can you guys hear him?
Beer Stein Center, and today I would like to give you some further information how you can tell a real authentic beer stein compared to fake one or imported one. Right here at the table, I put up some different ones from all the different.
See that glass one right there, Mike?
And now I will go ahead and give you some further information. We have about a handful of German manufacturers who are still making steins right here in our area in the Westerwald Mountains. For example, I start with one which is the oldest companies. You always can pick up the stein and look underneath if you have an imprint. This is always the most important on the stein. So here, for example, we have the company T-World, which makes steins already since the late 1800s. Yeah, it's a limited edition of 2,500 pieces. Here's the piece number, and of course, very important, made in Germany. Only when the sign says made in Germany, it's made in Germany. If it says others information, most of the time they imported ones. Another very well-known manufacturer would be Born. They have those little black labels here. Here, for example, we have the company logo, what they have, also made in Germany, again with the limitation, hand painted. So this would be Born. Another authentic dealer, which I also made the video with at our homepage, would be the company.
You have one of those.
Also located in Herkanshausen. Then we have Crystal Steins, which is the Lord of the Crystal, which is like a.
He does. I could listen to him forever. I don't care if this gets monetized or not. I want you guys to learn this stuff.
So here you have the limitation inside of the stein. So the beautiful. Those were all collector steins, which means they have numbers. Yeah, each one is numbered to tell you the total of the steins what they made. But I also, of course, plenty of regular steins or souvenir type steins, and I also have some of those for you. Here, for example, we have a normal Berlin stein, which is made.
See that flat top on that one he just showed?
Born, but even here you have an imprinted stamp which says made in Germany. Then we have a different logo again from Born, yeah, with a bigger stamp, also of course made in Germany again, and one from the company King, which then also would be a souvenir type stein with a small blue sticker.
That thing weighs like 5 pounds, and he's holding it like it weighs like it's a little teacup.
Then I have another salt glazing one for you, which would be made for the Hofbrauhaus in Munich. Yeah, very well known, of course, all over the world. They also have a stamp which they press into the clay when it's still wet. It says made in Germany. Handarbeit here, of course, would mean handmade. So far, all German-made steins with all authentic, real markings underneath. Now also organized, of course, an imported work.
All right. You guys get the picture. So down here in the description, let's see. This one right here, True Facts About Beer Steins by Rare Drindle, is amazing. And it's like 3 minutes. How to tell if a beer stein is valuable. Renegade Brewing, that's what we just looked at. The history of German beer steins. This is the one that I believe this is the one that talks about the Black Death and the when they actually did the covered container law was only one in a whole series of sanitary regulations. So that was my research on that. This guy that was just talking, where is he? The Facts About by Rare. This is Renegade Brewing. Is this guy right here? I don't think it is. Nope, that was what we just looked at. He's in here, though. Montag, Steins, and Clocks. That's him right here. And that's probably the video that we just watched. But I'll just show this to you so you guys can. This is him. German beer Stein. Montag, Steins, and Clocks.
Here's Marcus from Montags in St. Goa from the Beer Science Center. And today.
So there you go. I put quite a bit of information down there. Your mama's grandparents were German.
So there you go.
Oh, now what? But holy smokes, it's like there's a demon in here. Okay, so that's cool, Jan. You can visualize pirates drinking out of Steins now. They're not classy enough for a Stein. They just need a wood chalice, right? Well, or they probably had wooden Steins, which some wooden Steins are actually worth quite a bit of money, believe it or not. And that's what us peasant folk would have been drinking out of. So this Stein right here has everything that they were talking about that I have. Of all the Steins, I think this one right here is worth some money. I do have to do some research on it. They do start out with their stories over here. It doesn't have any fairies or anything in it. It doesn't have any. This obviously isn't about church, but this could possibly be a church because there's a steeple on there. Who knows? I will Google Lens that and find that out. But this one is the same one we looked at before. It has stamped on it, made in Germany. Underneath there, it has on it, hand painted Germany. And it has that 721 is the mold number. This, the one right there is 1 liter, I believe. I'm really horrible at this. Anyway, and this is a true pewter lid, and you will see that because it is lighter on the inside as it should be. The only thing this doesn't have going for it is it does have a chip right there. However, because it's on the back side of it, I don't know what that's going to do to the value of it. That's something. Hi, Jenny. How are you? That's all right. Don't feel bad. So, it's just a matter of watching and listening to enough of these and then taking that information and going. These two, I have 2 of these are the regimental. The ones that are really cheap and not worth a lot of money on these regimental ones will actually have the this has their what their service was and all of that, and then it goes all the way around here, and it's actually dated, which is good. It has all of this stuff right there, and it has right here. Now we know that this is a reproduction, and I also know that it's a reproduction because this is dark on the outside, it's dark on the inside. They put chemicals on that to age it. There were actually catalogs that went out where you could order this however so people would see these in Germany. It's got that on it, and the only marking that it has on it is made in Germany. This one is super cool, and let's see if I can show you because I did not. Let me go. I'm trying to think where the heck I put my flashlight. It's out in the car. is making me mad. I can't use my... I don't know who's sending me messages, but I didn't see it. Sorry. Nope. Got that one. All right. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something. Artificial patina. Exactly. I'm late. Last night late. Oh, yeah. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can go find a flashlight. It simply does not matter. Hello, Barb. I see you snickety snuck in. It doesn't seem to matter how many flashlights I have. Dren finds them. All right, just like as in Dragonware, China, beer steins have. That might be too much. Let's see. I don't know how to get it so that you guys can actually really see it. Maybe this way. Can you see it now? Okay, let's turn it this side up. They have lithopanes in them. Now, this is a farmer and his wife. It's really hard to see. I'm sorry. Maybe if I shut this light off. That's about as good as it's going to get, would be my guess. All right. Both of mine have the farmer and his wife, the peasant and his wife, or I think, yes. Now, there are several different sites that will talk about that. You will see that they have naked women. The naked geishas are a big thing too. The ones, the beer steins, these ones that have the naked women in them are not considered as collectible. They're not something that the Germans would have done, if that makes sense. You feel like you're in therapy. What do you see in this ink blot, right? Anyway, so it was funny because I did not know that. I haven't done a lot of research on them. My son was the one that was doing them. And I was telling Jan and Julie that I was going to do beer steins, and Julie's all going on and on. And I tried to get her to come on, but she said no, and I had to respect that. But she sent me a bunch of stuff. I did not know that the beer steins had lithopanes in them either. Naked women, what? I know, they leave us. You get to a certain age, Doug, and you're an adult, and all of a sudden you're just unsupervised for the rest of your life. What's up with that? All these 18, 19 years of don't do this, don't touch that, don't do this. Hi, Amy. How are you? Anyway, so Gina, did you sneak in? Where are you? How am I missing you? Where are you? I see Amy. Maybe you're up here. Where did you sneak in? There you are. I see you. Anyway, so I knew my son had gotten these. I knew he hadn't gotten them all listed, and I knew they were in a tub sitting on a shelf in this closet here. So I was just like, I have to get those things I'm trying to get the stuff that could possibly be worth the most money listed and out of here, because I have to move sooner or later, and I want it gone before I have to hire somebody to come in and break all my crap. Like, I sold a bunch of breakable Christmas crap last night. I don't want to have to worry about somebody breaking some crap that might be worth a lot of money. Oh, anyway. Hi, Carol. How are you? I didn't see you sneak in either. Somebody else's show is over now. Who else was on? I'm trying to remember who's on. Anyway, so don't look past the beer steins, mugs, cups, whatever you want to call them. However, this one's actually, I'm going to have to research this, and it won't be too hard. There are sites out there, and you can Google lens a lot of this, right? Guys, there are people who collect these. This one's an Anheuser-Busch, and this one, it makes it look all official and historical, and Eagle series. We're going to look this one up. Made in Brazil by Cermati. Anheuser-Busch, the Budweiser, and then, I mean, I only have those because they came in that room. I will list them probably all together or sell them off in pairs. You're very concerned about you and this moving thing, too much stress. Well, I can move out into my car. What do you want me to do, Barb? I don't have a lot of, it's life. It's what you got to do. I'll be fine once the medicine kicks in. All right. Let me share my screen here. Let's go to eBay and let's look up this little, what year is this? 1993. This just burns me right here. I don't even want my table is uneven. So okay. Focus, Noelle. I can spell this right the first time. A-N. Doug, will you read this off to me, please? Thanks, buddy. H-E-U-S-E-R. I can't even talk. B-U-S-C-H. Yeah, let's just look here. 1993 S-T-I. All right, let's look and see. Oh my goodness, you guys. I almost don't even want to look at this. So, man, these things right here. Yeah, I'm actually glad. So this guy right here, highly collectible for some reason. This guy right here, not so much. 1993 Luck of the Irish. You know, it's almost like, I don't know. These may just go away. 17 bids. Keep your eyes open for this guy. I knew about him. Let's do, ended recently. Let's go here. See how many we have sold in lots. All of the ones that I have that are in boxes have their certs too. Really, these things are just not worth much. They're, unless it's something that you've been given, or it's almost not even worth your time. I have this one right here. I mean, if you wanted to just give them away to somebody similar to that one, this one's worth more money than the other ones, even the ones with the lids. Spuds McKenzie, that's what's selling that one there. Now this one right here, yes, because of the style. There's your Bud Man again. Made by Sir Marty in Brazil. So here's Janet. Do you have one of these? I don't know what's going on with you guys. I put his helmet on too. All right. Anyway, there you go. I can't keep up with you. So this is what most people think of when you hear beer steins. They think of the Bush beer. Okay, this one right here, Christmas Clydesdale Stein mug, vintage 1981. That one went for quite a bit of money, but it's a fluke, right? When did this sell? November 21st, just recently. I wonder if I have that one. Oh, I doubt it. 1981, I have. I think I had 97 is the earliest. 97 is the earliest one I have. They're pretty, but I mean, they're like the plates, right? This is the one that I have. Isn't it? Isn't that the same? Looks like it. Yep, $10. I will probably end up asking Marie if she and Justin would like to have those because they do garage sales. They do a lot of yard sales where they live, and those are perfect. Here's a Anheuser-Busch members only Stein lot. Oh, maybe I should look that up. But you see, then you're getting into, those are pretty cool. So those went for some money. That one's nice. But still, I guess to each their own, correct? Let's look back here. Got to get your iPad. Your phone's too small. Smash therapy. All right, let's look here. Let's go right back up here. They have brewery and beer collectibles. Well, I don't want that. That's not what we want. Let's do this. Even at that, I mean, seven of these for less than $16. So yeah, mine those will be going away. There's no sense in me unless you guys can find one of these guys right here. Now that you all know, if you see this guy, there's two different ones. There's this guy and there's this guy. You may see them at an estate sale someday. You spent a lot of money on Avon Steins back in the day as gifts for someone. Man cave item right next to the Snap-on Girl pinup. I want to know more about the real deal ones. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Let's look up Villeroy and Bach. Oh, Julie sent me some the other day. Villeroy. Isn't that right, Julie? Or Julie, did you leave already? Let me look. I had that stupid list up and now it's gone. German beer Steins. Vintage lidded. Let's just do that right there. Holy moly, look at that. That guy lost his leg and he still went. Muster Schultz, excuse me, you guys. This guy lost his. That's interesting. this guy lost part of his crown and he still sold for $775. And he has a crack. There's one name to know. We are going to look up some glass ones too. Here is, I wish they would have the names. Hand painted lidded ceramic pewter brew. Big rig trucks and tractors in his man cave. Big rig trucks. Okay. They're a pain to take care of, aren't they, though? Vintage collectible ornate. I want German Metlock. That's what we want. Metlock. And then you have Geistlich. I can't pronounce these. I'm not German. I'm not even going to pretend to be German. If Courtney was here, the two of us could laugh together because she laughs. Courtney from Bolo Buddies. This one is very similar to the one that I have. Courtney is a hoot if you guys ever watch her and she finds something that she can't pronounce. This has an inlaid top on the beer stein. It also has, you see how it has no bump in the handle there? And it has the 1/2 liter right there. All right. There's your inlaid ceramic lid that's surrounded by the pewter. Vintage estate. This auction is for one. This is not a lithophane stein. You're very seldom going to find a lithophane stein that is in this thick. From what I've seen so far. Like I said, I am not anywhere near an expert on this. Yeah, thanks, Liz. So here is a vintage Mccoy for a whole $14.99. Let's see if we can find. I want to do this. See all of these ones that have the inlaid. That's something that Metlock was very well known for. Here is one that is similar to this is a Villeroy and Boch Metlock lidded beer stein. This isn't a cameo one, but it is. I wonder if it's similar. The cameo ones that are that I was talking about. There you go. You have the 1896. That's the year it was. That should be the mold. What's it say here? Number 1896. That's the mold number. This 99 over here would be 1899 from what I understand. This 30 over here, I don't remember. And then you have the Villeroy and Boch stamp. Let's see if here's another one similar to it. Here's a cameo one. Let's just check on this. Let's pull this up since they're nice. They were nice enough. 1907 Metlock Elk ceramic cameo stein, missing the lid. So this is hand carved. All of this. Let's see. It's beautiful. It's too bad it's missing the lid. But somebody may have the lid. All right. Let me go out of this. Somebody may have. Did it have a lithophane in it? Looks like it has a lithophane in it. This is what I wanted. Metlock. So 3407. So that would be 1907. That should be the year. Is that what they said here? 1907. Whoop, whoop. I'm learning something, you guys. Okay, so the mold is the 3178. And I want to point on my screen, but I know you guys can't see it. The 07 is the year. I'm not sure what the 34 is, but there is a lot of stuff out there that will tell you. It's not that big of a deal. It looks tough. What are you guys talking about? Misery. Okay. Hand carved cameo. That's what this one is. Do you have one of those, Mike? Huh? I sold that today. That's funny. All right, let's look at. Don't need that anymore. Let's see. That's antique 1910 beer Stein, German Bavaria. Here's a glass one, Mike. I don't know. They even have a picture down here that must have come with it. Look at the lid on that. All right, let's go here. Antique 1910 beer Stein, Germany, Bavaria, Heidelberg student, rare Metlock quality. All right, that was a lot. Boy, that's gorgeous. You really just got, all I can tell you is to do your research, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I guess it's a postcard from where this came from. I didn't see any markings. That's what I was looking for. I didn't see any markings. They didn't show the bottom of it. No. Very rare antique beer Stein dating from 1900 to 1920s. Glass blown, yes. Glass, not machine. What makes it so rare is the glass prism inlay lid. When I purchased this over 35 years ago, I was told it was from okay. They went into a long story, but they didn't show the bottom down there so that you can see the pontil, so that you can see everything. And no one watched in the last 24 hours. I don't know. Let's go back here and go up here to sold items. You went to Heidelberg? Biggest wooden barrel you ever seen. Oh, I bet it was beautiful there. I would like to go there. All right. Here's your big boys. That's a 1 liter German beer Stein Imperial Eagle Shield plaque. Cornwall University, 278 and 2871 and 2872. That's the mold numbers. Here's an early one with that inlaid top. Here is Chargers. We're not looking at those, but there you go. A can of Tab. That can of Tab right there is worth quite a bit of money too, by the way. Don't ask. I guess I myself am guilty of this, but I would always stop and look at them, but I never really started looking at them and picking them up until Justin really has always been my oldest boy. The one that was super interested in these, and he obviously had a good eye because he got quite a few good ones. Look at this is tiny. These are tiny. They're in one of the videos that I show in the description. He has a couple of these little tiny ones, and they are just Sold for best offer. Crest with Lions, Metluck, half liter. So this is a half liter. I guess they're about that big. They sure look smaller than that. All right. Well, that one should have gone. That's a nice. Okay. Antique Villeray Botch Stein. This is a really interesting looking one. We're going to look up some crystal ones here in a minute. That's very interesting. Coat of arms. So, like with a lot of things, if it's odd looking, pick it up, take a picture of it, Google Lens it. If it's $20 or less, might be a good learning lesson to pick it up and take it home and check it out. If you see marks like this on the bottom, you probably should get it, right? 2893 is the mold number. The I believe, means 1 liter. 0930 down here at the bottom. It looks like it says 30 and 09. 1929. So what all did they put? They don't have a year. Let's see if they have a year down here. Pottery transfer, pewter lid, second in a set of 6. Multitasking and always listening while you're cleaning your desk. They must have charged you by your Stein site at the pub. I don't know. I know that somewhere in my stuff I was listening to that and I don't know how true it is. Like I said, I can only tell you what I heard, right? What I have heard and listened to, and then you guys can go out and add to it. But I think this is true. In the small towns, whatever they called them, you had your own Stein, and it hung on a hook. And when you went into the pub, then you you just told them to fill your. They took your Stein off the hook, and that was your spot. This one's cool. Anyway, you get the picture. It just hung there in the pub until you came back for it. So antique German. Okay, here we go, Mike. Let's see if you see anything. Here is another one like that one that sold. Let's see if they if they put the bottom of it so that we can see it. This has that prism lid. I guess if you see one of these, you might want to get it, you guys. I know I would now. Wow, look at that. Let's see if they show the bottom. That's what I'm interested in. Nothing to see here. Very cool. I wonder where. Oh, look at the bubbles. I wonder where. There we go. That's etched in. So that's the size, half liter. Pewter rimmed, French Finch and Daisy. Those are obviously going to be harder to pull mine up if you want. I listed the enamel one. Did I already go past it? Okay, put the title in the chat. And I'll pull it up. When you put the title in the chat, I'll pull it up. How's that sound? I was hoping. Here's another one. They didn't get much on that one. 1890s. Miniature beer steins. Here is a wooden one, an oak one. Here is an antique German copper brass Repuce, I think it says. Metlock antique, Metlock. Look at this one, you guys. 197.50. It's just pretty, period. So keep your eyes open for these inlaid lids. That's just pretty, the whole colorway. Let's see, there you go. Bye, Eric. All right, let's see if we can find Antique Metlock Beer Stein 2885. That one's pretty cool. So you can see, if you are paying attention and you do brief history of beer steins, I think is that one that's in the chat. Lulu, how are you? Antique. Let's just do, yeah. Cut glass. Let's see what this pulls up. Here we go. Antique cut crystal cranberry glass beer stein. I'm not a drinker and don't get into being around drunk people, but I'd have to say it was very, I bet it was. I'm not either. Mike, look at some of these right here. I'm sure you probably already have. They did not do the greatest job on their first picture, but I've been guilty of that myself. I've seen some of my older pictures. I've gone back and looked at. So this is an applied. Let's see if 1819 December. That's what I was asking you if yours had, Mike, was this starburst on the bottom of it. It does almost, doesn't it? It's gorgeous. They don't have. All right. I think maybe I could be judgmental here. Just hear me out. If they had taken better pictures of that, then they might have gotten more money for it. Antique, amazing antique cut glass crystal, 57. All right, let's take antique out of there. Tiffany & Co. glass rock cut crystal beer stein tankard mug. Well, oh, look at this one. Old vintage Wittig. Might be a good idea to go in and snipe some of these too if people don't know what they have. That's a beautiful piece and not, I mean, I guess you got to get your pictures up however you get them up, but their pictures are a lot more clear than the other guy. That's gorgeous. See if they show. They tried, you guys. Here we go. Wittig crystal, 1919. It has everything you need to know. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'll check it out here in just a minute, Mike. just look at some of these. These are the Wittig crystal ones. And there is a video down below that talks about these too. So they're just gorgeous. And I will also admit, just because here's a pewter one, look at that. I never paid attention to the fact that there were glass ones and pewter ones. I knew there were wooden ones. I knew there were ceramic ones. I knew there were porcelain ones. That's about the extent of my knowledge on beer steins until Justin started picking them up. Then I paid a little more to look at these pewter and glass ones. Boy, those are gorgeous. Dresden German beer stein. Until Justin, so there you go, germansteins.com. Bet you can learn a lot about them just from this place, which is very similar to the Cuckoo Shop and whatever. Your pictures suck. I'm in transition. You only have 30 items up. Let's go check yours out. Okay. What did you have there? Antique. You can only do so much, Mike. I'm going to be there myself. Pewter. Yep, I went on the wiki one too, Lulu. I'm not gonna. I just, you can only put so many links in. Pewter lid. Beer. And you can, and there's so many cool things out there to look at. All right, these are sold, and yours isn't sold yet, right? Is that it? Is that it? Tell me which one. You're not into Steins, but those crystal, aren't they? I mean, antique German enamel. Do you see yours yet, Mike? You didn't say German in yours. Antique enamel blown glass. Did I put blown glass? Antique German blown glass. The dark photo. Huh. I'm going to save you now. All right. That's pretty. Ooh, look at those flowers on there. Your pictures aren't fuzzy. That's much better. You could just move your pictures around, Mike. Go in and put this, make this your first picture. That's all. That's in really good shape. There's no damage to that's beautiful. Let's see if this seller took a picture of the inside of the lid. Oh, Mike, score, you get points. That right there just shows you the authenticity of this Stein, because the inside of it is in perfect condition, like as it should be. Good job, Mike. You're not supposed to put your hand in the picture. You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? I'm just teasing. That doesn't bother me. It does bother a lot of people. And sometimes I get my hand in my pictures and sometimes I don't. It just depends. Sometimes you can't help it. That's nice. What do you got here for your description? Antique Prussian. Not sure. German enamel blown glass pewter lid beer stein. Well, you got every word in there. That's awesome. Applied enamel, etched behind the handle on body. I believe just over a ½ liter applied glass handle. Handle is a little crooked. I believe this to be hand blown, but without a pontil mark on the bottom. Raised enamel decorations. Sometimes when they do the hand, excuse me, Sometimes people do put their hands in the pictures for scale. Absolutely. And that's a good way. But I will also tell you this. Sometimes people will say, well, your hand looked smaller or your hand looked bigger. So don't always necessarily use that. Did you show the bottom? Did I already? Yes, it's back here. There's some marking right there. Do you see it, Mike? Oh, I wish I could blow this up. There's some markings on there. Your description's fine. Do you see in there the markings in there? I can't point them out. And I know if I just make it bigger, it's going to be worse. Right inside the rim, there's a marking. I can see it. Let's see if it shows. That might help you identify it a little more, but let's see. It's like right inside it's inside the bubble. It's inside the bubble. Hey, Carl, how are you? There's some kind of something written in there. Anyway, that's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I could be persuaded to collect a few of these glass ones. However, I won't do it. I will collect them long enough to sell them. But my goal here, you guys, is A, one, to help anybody that needs help. B, for everybody, like Lulu is dropping great links, and she does that for me all the time. Doug will drop links, and then you guys come in and Mike has stuff like this, and somebody may know a little bit about something that somebody else doesn't. I think those dark photos are good because look, Mike, look how those almost look like they're glowing. So, I can pick, but it gives you, it's like a whole different view, right? I think that's nice. You didn't take them all dark. It's kind of like when you're taking a picture of a uranium depression glass. Carol, Miss Butterfly Hustle, she's going to find one of these. She's going to find one of these in Arizona. She finds the coolest stuff. Look at this one. I wonder if this one glows. Wowie zowie. How many of us would look at this and think that that's a syrup jar? I'll bet money this puppy glows. That is gorgeous. Let's see, Bavaria. It's amazing. All of these different ones. Spend some time, you guys. Get yourself familiar with these things. You will see them without the lids, and you'll be like, what the heck is this? Is it a picture? Because this whole piece will be gone, and all you will have is the glass, and it will look like, I could be just as guilty. If you guys don't follow George the Antique Nomad, sometimes he talks about Steins. These are some really interesting, that's got an applied handle, things to. See how shiny it is inside? Wow, that's a gorgeous piece right there. 11 inches tall. Something to look out for. Another thing. Oh, look at that one. German green glass. How do you like that one, Barb? That one's really pretty. Keep your eyes open for these. You do. You've had some Budweiser Steins listed forever, but I'm not even gonna. I'll give these. I'll give my friends Marie and Justin. I'll give them first dibs at them. If they don't want them, they're just gonna go to the. They're just wasting my space. Like I said, every once in a while you'll run into one of those. I would buy this one for me. I love this color glass. If I collected them for myself, but I don't. And I'm going to be very choosy because I don't want my new house, my new old house. I know what I want it to look like, and I'm not, and that's where it's at. It's where it's at. And I'm not looking down on, okay, here's a pontled one. Let's see if they show it. Antique pontled blown glass beer stein with pewter lid. Do you guys know what a pontle is? I'm not going to assume that everybody knows what a pontle is. There's your pontle right there on the bottom. Look at the bubbles. Look at the bubbles on the rim, around the rim of that. I just went right off it. Like, oh, I love the bubbles in old glass. That is gorgeous. And I bet it's heavy too because it's pretty thick. And I wonder if it glows. So you guys pay attention. See, they're right down at the base of the handle. It has the 2-liter Liter. George has a great Vlogmas series right now. So cute. There's a lot of people doing that. I think George is doing a sale a day, isn't he? Like 12 items a day or something like that. I'm not having time to watch a lot of anybody right now. I have to have some mental clarity, and that's going to take a while. Anyway. Hopefully, you're going to track down George when he comes down here and to the antique show, South Florida Fairgrounds. He just doesn't know it yet. Let him know. He's the nicest person. Let me just tell you something. I have met him twice. I went to an estate, Marie and Justin and I went to an estate sale that he had in Centralia, just north of here. It was about an hour and a half. And we spent quite a bit of time visiting with him. And then he was at the Portland vendors market here a month or two ago. And I went and saw him again. I didn't stay and bother him too much. He knew who I was. We chit-chatted for a little bit. And he and Laura Caldwell and I had a nice little visit. She followed me over there to his booth. She and her husband, really nice people. But he loves to talk to people, and especially people in our community that follow him. So I would get a hold of him and leave him a message. I mean, ask him if he needs any help setting up or anything like that. Mike, you never know. You never know. Anyway, you guys, it is 7:43. I am going to cut off early tonight. Where are you appearing next on YouTube? You never know. It's been a busy week, huh? I was on Leroy Blood, Sweat, and Sal. He and Mo, Reseller Niche, they both have birthdays on the same day. 9:43. Look at me. It's the cold. They both celebrated their birthdays on Tuesday. So Leroy texted me last week and asked me if I would come on. So I goes up at 3:00 my time, and I was on him for a while. Thanks, Carol. I bought a Cheeto from Carol. Go check Carol's channel out. Have a good night. You also. I've been giving her all kinds of crap, literally. Katie. One of my local peeps, and she and her husband sell, and she has 2 girls. Nice people. Anyway, so this maybe wasn't as informative as a lot of my other videos, but it gets your mind going to looking at something that I really do think I did. I bought the Cheeto. You're darn right I did. Got to support our local resellers. It really brings your mind eye to something that we all think there's money in, but maybe don't have any idea how to research them, what might be good, or just like those glass ones. I mean, if those glass ones are missing their pewter lid and the piece that goes on the handle, you wouldn't know if you didn't know. Now you have more of an idea. You have an idea. This mug, Stein, whatever we want to call it, of the ones I have, this one and this one, I believe, are going to be the most expensive. I could be wrong. You guys know. Pay attention to my Instagram. When I sell them, I'll let you know. Is Courtney in here? Hey, Courtney. I gotta go. I got so much to do. I have a confession to make. Jessie's probably already gone to bed. Dang it. She goes to bed early. Jessie's shop sent me a package 2 weeks ago. And I haven't opened it yet because I want to do a video. And then Ashley and Chris sent me a package too. And they're sitting on my table over there. And I ordered stuff from Dom and I ordered stuff from Susan Vintage Vagabond. I'm a horrible person. I like 5 packages to open. So I got to try and do a video tomorrow. Bye, Glenn. Thank you so much. I'm a horrible. You suppose you're going to want your grandson back? Are you putting him up for ransom? His dad was in the chat earlier and said hi to him. Anyway, so I feel horrible because I sent her a package. Like, her package has been sitting on my table. I see it every morning. And I've been looking at her package. I sent her a package. She got my package. She opened it up. She made a video. She actually crafted some of the stuff I put in there already. And I still haven't opened her package. I was going to do it last night. So, okay, that's a good idea. Carol. I'm going to get Carol's Cheeto. And when I get Carol's Cheeto, I'll do a whole video unboxing. Thank you from everybody. That'll work. That gives me 2 more days. I will. I am. I'm going to go take a hot bath and go to bed. And I will see you all next Thursday for sure, but it could be sooner than that. Janet and I had a really good sale last night. I got to get all of that stuff done tomorrow, and I may have another one this weekend. So everybody, have a great rest of your week. I'll talk to you later. Love ya. Bye.